Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Sun Bookshop Recommends. Coming to you from the back room of the Sun Bookshop, all together, hence we're wearing our masks. And this week I'm going to kick us off by reviewing the new Sarah J. Maas Court of Silver Flames, just right in front of Josh's face there. Now, this one is the fourth one in a series, but it is the first one to concentrate on two particular characters of Nesta and Cassian, and tell their story and their relationship. You could probably read it as a standalone, but the rest of the series is a lot of fun. It's sort of older young adult fantasy adventure is probably the best way to describe it. This one does lean more towards adult readers, I think, but it also has some really interesting concepts in it around recovering from trauma and mental health as well. I've sort of found as I've been reading it, the take on, the development of Nesta's character after what happened to her in the previous books and how she sort of goes through different challenges mentally and how she is sort of learning to overcome those terrible things that did happen to her. But yeah, it's for fans of high fantasy. There's fairies, there's epic battles, there's a Pegasus, there's all of those sorts of things that I love and really enjoy. And I think all readers of Sarah J. Maas will be very excited to be reading this one. So I'm recommending A Court of Silver Flames this week. Right, thanks.
Hello, I'm going next. My book this week is Kikuko Tsumura's There's No Such Thing as an Easy Job, which I have absolutely loved, actually. It's about this woman. She's nameless. She's about 36, and she's left the job she's been at for over a decade. You don't really know why. You just know she was burnt out. And she's with a recruitment agency, and she's just trying to look for jobs where she starts off, doesn't really want anything hard. She just wants to be sitting down. And she's really cynical, but it's really funny. She starts off quite cynical, and then as she moves on, but each time she takes multiple jobs, and each time she starts getting good at it, she just quits. She's like, I don't want to have something, I don't want that much responsibility. Her first job is watching security footage of this writer because he's been accidentally someone gave him contraband and he's not aware. And so she's just watching him trying to write, getting really frustrated with his writing, and then watching him go to the supermarket and buy things, and she starts imitating him. And then there's an amazing scene where he buys sausages and they're on special, so she goes to buy them, but it was yesterday's thing. She was watching yesterday's footage, and I love that scene. I just think sausages are hilarious. Then she gets all these other jobs, and it sort of plays with. It never is quite not it never quite enters fantasy or a Murakami style non-realistic thing, but there's things that happen that are kind of magical and they're really intriguing. And certain jobs, there's always something a bit weird starts happening, but it sort of focuses on the people and their relationship. It's a really brilliant novel. It's very apt for our times, the sort of hardship of getting serious work and all of that. There's also just a really, really good read and a really good translation. So highly recommend it. And on to Ella.
Thanks, Josh. So I'm Ella from The Younger Sun, and this week I'm reviewing The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharpe. I was initially drawn to this book because the author has the same last name as me with the same unique spelling of having an extra sneaky E on the end. This is a young adult book for readers about 14 or 15 plus. And it's a really fantastic action mystery adventure book about this girl called Nora, whose mother was a con artist and used to use Nora in the cons that she would pull against men. And so that Nora hasn't been with her mum since she was 12. She's 17 now. So something happened when she was 12 years old, and she got away from her mother and hasn't seen her since. But now she finds herself in the middle of a bank robbery. And so she has to get all of those con artistry skills that she's, kept locked away in the vault of her mind out so that she can try and make sure that she and her friends get out safely. So the story is told while the bank robbery is happening, but then interspersed with memories of of her life with her mother from when she was about 4 until when she was 12. There are some quite heavy scenes in it, which is why I'd say it's definitely for older teenage readers. There's, abuse, sexual assault, things like that in it, but dealt with in a really kind and compassionate way and not gratuitous at all. So I'd really recommend this book for readers who have really enjoyed Karen McManus, who wrote One of Us is Lying, and also Sarah Epstein, who wrote Small Spaces and Deep Water. And so that is the Sun Bookshop Recommends for week 7 of 2021. So thanks everybody for joining us. We hope you've got some new books to read.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.